This desk right here, it's a classic Pottery Barn piece, and not the kind you grab off the showroom floor last week. This one's got a little history, probably 20-ish years old, back when Pottery Barn furniture was still made with solid wood, dovetail drawers, and the kind of construction that was built to last. Unlike some of today's versions, which, let's be honest, are more style over substance, this old beauty was worth saving. Real wood, sturdy frame, and it still had life left in it. Just needed someone to bring it back. So in this video, I'm going to strip it down and give it a fresh new look that honors the OG Pottery Barn quality, but with an updated twist that fits today's vibe. If you're into furniture flips, saving solid pieces from the landfill, or just love a good before and after, stick around. Let's get to work. For this piece right here, I got this for free. It's a Pottery Barn desk that's solid wood, and it definitely needs a little bit of love. I'm not sure I understand the reasoning for, I don't get it. I don't know. It almost looks like they burned a little area to make it look like it has knots, or maybe there's knots in it, and that's, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me, but I'm going to take off the finish by scraping it just so we can figure out what to do with the top. I'm going to use an 80 grit. See how this works. I may switch over to a 120. We'll see. I started with that 80 grit, went up to 120, and now 150. Nice and slow, dusting off in between each. And then lastly, go in with a 220, and I like to do that by hand just to make sure I prevent any swirling marks. You have a little more control. There we go. Let's see what this is all about. I think I can just sand it. Okay, I've done a little more than I thought I would today. Sometimes the motivation is lacking. Just happens. This is so true. You ever hit that moment where you look at a project and think, yeah, I'm good, maybe tomorrow? That's me right here. There's this idea that because I love refinishing furniture, I must be motivated 24/7. Spoiler alert, I'm not. Some days the excitement fades about halfway through stripping the second drawer. When that happens, I don't quit, I reset. Sometimes that means blasting a good playlist. Other times it means walking away for a bit. Or even maybe a little vacation and reminding myself why I started. I often find myself when those feelings start creeping in that it is time to take a little bit of a break. And it's usually more than just an hour or two. It could be a day, 2, or even a week. Here's the thing, when I do take a break, I always come back fired up. Even if it's just that day or 2 away from the shop, my brain doesn't exactly check out. I'll be running errands or on a walk and suddenly I'm thinking about future projects, new finishes I want to try, or how I might tackle that stubborn veneer on the next piece. It's like my creativity just needs a minute to stretch its legs. And once it's had that, I come back refreshed. That's the key word, refreshed. Not lazy, not unmotivated, just recharging so I can do my best work. If you're in a creative field or doing any kind of hands-on work, don't be afraid to hit pause. Sometimes stepping away is the most productive thing you can do. Hard part is done, but lots of scraping, lots of sanding, but luckily no stripping involved. Just pure persistence and muscle. I'm still unsure as to what I want to do. They just don't make these like they used to. I mean, this is just all solid wood. Pottery Barn, solid wood desk. What should I do? All that work, and it'd be a shame to paint over it. I know for a fact that I'm not going to be painting the top, but I don't know about the body quite yet. I'm going to have to sit on it and get some inspiration. I also feel like it's one of those desks that you could put out off the wall, just because it is nice looking at it this way as well. You know, many people just put their desk right against the wall if you have a window, but this one is so big, it could be a statement piece. Maybe if I did something fun on this side. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can do some sketches and kind of figure it out. I think I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a paint wash and then use some glaze. I found some inspiration, and you know what? If I don't like it, guess what? I can always paint it. Here we go. Kind of have to work a little fast, work in sections. I'm worried about all the knots as far as how it'll look, but you know what? Let's give it a shot. Ooh, this might be too thick. I might need to water it down a little more. That's all right. Just a little FYI here. Did you know Pottery Barn was founded in 1949 by brothers Paul and Morris Seacon? I think I pronounced that correctly, in Manhattan. And yes, the name is literal. The original store actually sold discounted, slightly imperfect ceramics and pottery from New York factories, hence Pottery Barn. Over time, the brand expanded from tableware to furniture, textiles, and home decor, but they kept the name because it stuck. By the 1980s, Pottery Barn had evolved into the cozy, upscale, attainable luxury aesthetic we all recognize, especially known for their catalogs and later their influence on American home trends. In 1986, Williams Sonoma bought the brand, and under the ownership, Pottery Barn grew into a household name across the U.S. and beyond. Well, the paint wash is done. Kind of evens it out a little bit, gets rid of the yellow or the orange look of the pine. And then I'm going to plan on using Van Dyke Brown, General Finishes Van Dyke Brown, one of my favorite techniques. First, we got to put the top coat on, and then a layer of this, super easy to use. You'll apply it and then you can wipe it down. And you can also water this down to just make it a little thinner. But I've used this technique before. It's going to really make this look less stark white. I think it'll be pretty. And then use some cut pulls, I believe. In the meantime, let me let this dry. All right, this might look a little strange, but trust me, it works. After applying one coat of General Finishes high performance top coat and letting it fully cure, I like to go in with something a little unconventional, a plain brown paper bag. It's just abrasive enough to knock down any little dust nibs or texture that settled into the finish. We're ready for the glaze. I did water it down quite a bit.
I don't think that I'm being that selfish right now.
Trying to get this quick.
I can understand you're tired of this town, and I'm not saying that we have to settle down now.
Now we just wipe it back.
We could have been stardust, same world but without us.
That's now the reveal.
Made us find each other out there. Made us realize we're more than just stardust. Ignore this fact if you must, to do what your dreams are telling you to do. And I'll be out there looking for someone.
I don't know if it's dark enough. Thing is, I can always go in. I'm not sure. Well, it's completely dry and I'm not happy with the look, so I'm actually going to go in with a gel stain.
But if your dreams are making it hard to think straight, if you still love me, I can wait.
Hopefully this will work.
And remember this, we could have been stardust, same world but without us. Something made us find each other out there. Made us realize we're more than just stardust. Ignore this fact if you must, to do what your dreams are telling you to do. And I'll be out there looking for someone like you.
I do like that tone a little better. All right, I'm gonna go with it.
Hey, I don't think you're supposed to go. Or maybe I'm just too slow. But we should just leave together.
But I still need to go in with my Van Dyke brown.
Something made us find each other out there. Made us realize we're more than just stardust. Ignore this fact if you must, to do what your dreams are telling you to do. And I'll be out there looking for someone like you.
Sometimes it's just a process. After applying General Finishes Van Dyke Brown glaze on the whole desk, I let that dry completely before going in with a coat of antique walnut. This combination gave me exactly the tone I was after, warm, rich, and a little rustic without being too dark. It's a great reminder that you don't have to stick to just one product. Sometimes you gotta experiment and layer your finishes, mix, match, and play with combinations until you land on the right look for the piece you're working on. Before I put the stain on, I wanna get these on here. I just want to make sure they are going to be even. Something about putting these types of hardware on that have the two holes is always scary. So what I do typically is get these aligned up first. Aligned, if I can. Righty-tighty. Okay. Where do I want to go? Kind of want to go. And then you adjust this part. We'll line it up with the previous one. Okay, shouldn't be too hard. Find the middle. Does go in there. Let's try it. All right, I also need to cut these. And here she is. What started as a dated, painted over Pottery Barn desk has officially been brought back to life. I scraped and sanded away the gray, revealed that beautiful pine wood grain, and gave her a finish that's warm, timeless, and a whole lot more inviting. This piece had solid bones, true to a lot of older Pottery Barn furniture, but it just needed someone to see it through the surface. A little vision, some Van Dyke brown glaze, a touch of antique walnut gel stain, and now it's ready for another chapter. Whether you're here for inspiration, the process, or just love a good before and after, thank you for watching. I hope this reminds you that sometimes the best pieces are the ones hiding under years of paint, just waiting for a second chance. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you want to see more flips like this. I've got plenty more in the works. See you in the next one.